welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I'm so very happy that you are here with all of us today in this week's episode of Be One, Be You. We are diving into the theme, the power of addiction. Within inside of your body is a life force energy that works its way through the earth, the body that you are, to be expressed. It is a power that is a natural force of power, such as the wind, rain, snowfall, spring buds budding, how the ocean moves, how a bird flies. It works with movement, motion. Addiction is a pretty big word. We all need and have to bust through the limitations that the polarity part of ourself is creating, the polarity of a wall, of judgment, of fear. And when we shut down inside, contract, shrink ourselves, we create an attachment to breaking through that barrier. How many of you know what it's like to feel trapped in a barrier that is within inside of your fear self, the part of your mind that is in your body that demonstrates to you that you have a right to feel concerned, afraid, overwhelmed, overloaded, burdened. Let's track back the root to addiction. For each and every one of us, there is a different cause. Here are some scenarios. Perhaps you were given up for adoption and you felt different than all of the other kids in your class when you're in elementary school. You knew that your parents were not your by blood parents. The yearning to have that biological cord with the parent is inside of you. You're born to a mother who loves you, but your father, who's your mother's husband, doesn't want another child. And the first time that he picks you up and looks in your eye, you know it. You receive him through your one eye, your third eye, but your inner eyes, in your physical eyes, can see what it feels like to not be wanted is a wound. Let's say you are born to a mother who's in a relationship with a man who pushes sex on her, and what she feels and thinks is ignored. Her life energies pull away from her child, you, because she is dealing with her own broken spirit. Say you are born as a son to a father who is a powerful man in society. He uses a lot of sugar, has a whiskey bottle on the table in his office. And he raises you to split off from all of your feelings. As a man, you have to learn how to have feelings. The overwhelm of being a feeling person is very confusing because inside of yourself, your spirit self, your spiritual being split in parts. Your mother has a father who lives with the family and he's an alcoholic and has to be picked up and brought home a few nights a week from the local bar. Your mother works hard. She runs her own company. She's a single mom. She doesn't have a lot of time to spend with you when you're growing up. You're a smart kid. When you're about 13, you realize that you're being molded by your male ancestry, your father, your grandfather, to be a certain way, to always have it all together. You're a dancer. You need to be thin. You want to be in that dance company? You have to fulfill what's needed and how you're supposed to look. You start cutting calories. You have a mother who's critical of you. You never seem to be able to get her to fully approve of you. She lives in her own ego world. These are all setups that violate our natural connection with the source within ourself. And when we separate in ourself to avoid or not feel, deny the pain that is within inside of ourself, perhaps we just don't even know what we're feeling because we shut the door, we closed it. And so there is an empty void inside of ourself that is a negative void. It's a place that hurts. When you are abandoned, betrayed, or rejected, ABR'd from classmates, from parents, from siblings, from friends, teachers, we look in the mirror and we wonder what's not right about ourselves. Perhaps we just don't feel really good about ourselves and are willing to split off in order to feel good. So we can split off and live in our head, be in our intellect. We can over-rationalize life. These become addictions. We can lose ourselves in the arts. We can learn to play an instrument and master it and split off from ourselves. But when we're playing the instrument or we're singing, we can get high. We can become an actor or an actress. And you can play a role to fill yourself up with that life energy that you can't feel because you're not connected inside of yourself. You can love doing something so much that when you have to stop doing it for whatever reason, it puts you into a negative spiral inside of yourself because we're able to connect into life through what we do. So the power of addiction keeps us linked in, hooked in, attached to trying to get that hole inside, that empty gap, that void space within inside of ourself filled. I was once, a long time ago, sitting up all night with someone dear to me, and she was high on cocaine, and I decided to hold a space of unconditional love. And she looked at me with wide eyes, and she said, "Do you know why I get high?" And I said, "No, I don't." She said, "It's because when I go into the dark, through my experience. I keep going and going, and I see the light. And it was in that moment that I had that realization that through the dark, we find the light. And that brought me closer into my own home inner turf of finding and continuing my journey of what parts of me inside were hanging out, hiding out in the dark within me, that place where the light cannot shine, and understood the yin yang symbol probably for the first time, even though I love divine masculine feminine reunion experiences and teach them and guide them in the Spirit Gateways courses. So through the dark, which is inactivated power, when you bring the light into that dark, you begin to transform, shift, change, and align what has been in the shadow, the dark parts of you, the hidden places that are usually in the root center in your body, the space between your pubic bone and tailbone. And when you turn on the light above your head, shine it, ignite your heart, your third eye, your solar plexus, ignite, turn on the switch, and you look down into the wound within you and what's been held. We can grow attached, addicted to our ancestral wounds. They live inside of our DNA. And I've been really feeling that lately and understanding that so many people around the world continue the wounds of their ancestry instead of transforming them, shifting them inside of themselves so that they can break through the addictive patterns, the thoughts, and the actions, the approaches. As a woman, if you become too attached to your role as a mom, where you're living through your child, that's an addiction. If as a father, you are working so hard to bring money in that you separate from yourself and you're not taking care of you, that becomes an addiction because it keeps you in your head and keeps you in avoidance. The power of addiction can steer you into your true life or away from your true life. The power of addiction can be made use of as a wake up, where you can see through what you are holding on to and what you believe. The fastest way to transform your power is through recognizing how you give your power to your ego self, the one who needs to be in control. The ego self is the voice, the presence, who is helping you to either break out of the perceptions that happened through whatever scenario you are born into and grow in and through. It's either helping you to awaken through that or keeping you in there. For instance, a lot of men that I've worked with continue to attempt to get their father's approval, even though they're doing so much work to create a life that is uniquely their own. Underlying their subconscious is the desire to be seen and approved by their father. And if we can support one another Please support a man in your life, whether he's a friend, a partner, a colleague, a life partner, a lover, to free himself from the patterns that keep him bound up into being addicted into that pattern, consequently keeping himself back from fully manifesting his full potential. As a woman, it's so easy to judge ourselves. Oh, you're too smart. Oh, you're too beautiful. You're not beautiful. Oh, you're not smart enough. We're raised as women to be addicted to our looks and to make another person happy through our actions, how we come across. And we can become addicted and lost and oftentimes confused in how to break through into who we really are and not lose a person, lose opportunities, lose respect through being free of the addiction thoughts that really keep you bound up and not free. Your brilliance as a woman is deeply needed. Your brilliance as a man is deeply needed. And when I share the word brilliance, it's not intellectual brilliance without the light of your spiritual awakened self. Through bringing light through your body every day and looking for the light in each of your PowerPoint centers, which you can read about in depth in my book on Amazon called One in Soul. You awaken the light within you, and that light, when it's connected in your whole entire energy matrix within you, solves the gaps. It mends the holes that are inside of ourselves from leaving ourself and being ABR'd, abandoned, betrayed, or rejected by another. The light that you're working with is the light that is the light of your soul, the eternal you, the you that guides your life and can pull you into addiction and take you through it. Your soul can stand by while your broken-hearted emotional self moves in to an external addiction or an internal addiction. When you see the whole culture that we live in, the I want collective, I want this, I want that, I want this to happen, this is how it should be, or I have to have, those levels of thoughts pull us out of ourselves and take us away from who we are and wanting more of a deeper connection with the source, the brilliance that is inside of ourself. So that our mind, your mind, is always evolving through your connection with the light, and it shifts your perspective. We have to surrender to that light as we are refining and defining who we are. It takes us through and out of thinking our way into self-realization. We can't think our way through it, and that can become an attachment to an addictive way of thinking. We have to feel and then become and then be who we truly are. Who you are really matters. So that your heart can be received and expressed, and your heart is then integrated in with your soul, your mind, and your body is a vehicle for your whole self to exist and to be here. When you come to my website, ianalahi.com, IANALAHI.com, you can read on the homepage all about the Spirit Gateway's Evolutionary Global Village. And just by subscribing, you become a member. It's free. And then from there, you'll learn about the different options you have. There's two. You can work one-on-one with me. You can be part of the Global Village, the program of group mentoring, and experience Master Heart Mastermind and be part of a global community of transformation where we meet online. Lots of courses that are video and also live and pre-recorded video teachings for you. Your alignment with your true self shifts you in this lifetime more than anything else. Your breakthrough from habitually being attached to fearing being who you really are on a soul level, not the ego level, takes you through the allure of separation and false power into the true power that lives within sight of yourself, holding you in deep love on your journey of awakening. I am here for you, and I look forward to the next time that we meet. Take good care. All my love.